Hey, what's going on, everyone? Hey, this is the Ausic Outdoor Misting Fan. And the company actually sent this to me to check out, put it together, show you how it works. And there's a couple things I think you should know about this before you spend your money on it, including two of the most common questions on Amazon, which is, how long does the battery last? And does it work indoors and outdoors? But before we get into that, let me go over some details about this. So putting this together is incredibly simple. You have this base here, you have this telescopic pole, which all you have to do is loosen this, and you can bring the silver rod up and down and tighten it so this doesn't go anywhere. You're going to insert the pole into the base, and then you just use this little washer and kind of screw mechanism and just tighten that all the way down. There we go, hand tightened, and you get a nice stable base there. On the tip of this pole, you have this little indented part right here. So you just push this on and it stays nice and firm. So you can see total height right here is about 45 inches, so it's not super tall. And I'll stand by it for comparison. So here we are for comparison. This will be good, probably more like if you're seated outside or at a table, picnic table or something like that. So a couple things to point out on the back here. Right here under this flap, this is where you're going to charge this. So you can actually use this both without any cord, so it completely runs off of a battery, or you can keep it plugged in on the charger and run it that way. But this would be good to go cordless if you wanted to. Here is a magnetic remote, which can snap right in place. I like that, so it's a little bit harder to lose. And then right here is the tube that you're going to connect for the water. This is going to go right in here. And it has a little bit of a grip once you plug it in, so it doesn't fall off. And then to take this tube out, all you have to do is press this in and you can pull it out. Very easy. So the last thing you're gonna do is just dunk this little pumping mechanism into a bowl of water. I'm just using a little cup for now, but if you wanted the misting to go, for hours, you want to get just a nice big bucket, and you can dump this right in there. So we're just going to dump it in here for now, just so I can show you how it works. And then you just use these little misting nozzles and you put them right into the fan, just like that. So let's go ahead and test this out, and I'll show you all the functions. All right, so we're going to turn it on, and the misting you can see is on right away. I'm going to go ahead and turn this off. So as you can see right here, it's actually doing some oscillation. You can change that right on the remote, or you can change it on the device itself. I'm going to use the remote, so you can make it so it just stops completely, or you can make it so it goes to the 45 degree, or you can actually shift it to 90 degree and it'll move by itself. What I like is you can see the battery percentage right on the unit itself, and it should last roughly about 7 hours, so you can get a lot of time outdoors with this. It does have a timer if you wanted to set a timer, and then you can change the fan speed right on here too. So if we do this, the fan will just go lower. You can see F5, F4, F3, and it goes all the way up to F7, so that's going to be the fastest. And as far as the spray goes, you can hit it one for mist, that's just a continuous mist. You can hit 2 for intermittent mist, so it works basically 1 second on and then stops. Then you've got intermittent mist where it's works for about 5 seconds and then stops for about 1 second, just like that. So if you're looking for a great outdoor or indoor fan, as you can see, it works just fine indoors. You don't have to have the mist running all the time. You can either turn that or off. This is going to be great for those hot summer days. So if you're looking for something like this, I'd consider putting this one on your list to check out.